In a quiet village surrounded by hills, there lived a talented clockmaker named Elliot. His workshop was filled with ticking clocks, each one carefully crafted by his skilled hands. People came from far away to see his work. But Elliot had one problem. He always said, "I'll do it tomorrow," and tomorrow never came. Elliot's workshop was a mess. Broken clocks piled up on his workbench, waiting to be fixed. Tools and gears were scattered everywhere. He'd look at the clocks, sigh, and say, "I'll fix them later." Days turned into weeks, and the clocks kept piling up. Slowly, his once busy workshop became quiet. One evening, Elliot decided to clean his workshop, a task he had put off for years. As he dug through the clutter, his hand touched something cold and smooth. It was an old pocket watch, glowing faintly, with tiny gears that seemed alive. On the back there was an inscription. It read, "Time waits for no one." Curious, Elliot wound the watch. As soon as Elliot wound the watch, everything stopped. The clocks stopped ticking, the wind outside stopped blowing. Elliot stepped outside and froze in amazement. People stood still, mid-step. A bird hung motionless in the air. Leaves were caught in mid-fall. The world had frozen in time, and Elliot was the only one who could move. At first, Elliot enjoyed the quiet. No deadlines, he thought. But as time passed, he began to feel lonely. The stillness was heavy. He tried to work, but without the ticking of clocks, he had no sense of urgency. He realized that time wasn't the enemy. It was what gave life meaning. He whispered to the watch, "I understand now. Let time flow again, and I promise to make it count." The world came back to life. The clocks began ticking, the wind blew, and the sounds of the village returned. Elliot wasted no time. He repaired all the broken clocks in his workshop. He cleaned and organized his space. He even created a new masterpiece, one of his finest works. The pocket watch rested on a shelf, glowing faintly, as a reminder of the lesson he had learned. From that day on, Elliot lived differently. He stopped saying tomorrow and started working today. And every time he looked at the pocket watch, he smiled, remembering its simple yet powerful message: time waits for no one. Elliot's story reminds us that time gives our lives purpose and meaning. Embrace it, respect it, and use it wisely. Start today, because the clocks are ticking and the world is waiting for your masterpiece.